fans, this is Rick Stewart at ringside. Welcome to an hour of World Organization of Wrestling excitement. Gino Sanazero is here with me, and in the next 60 minutes, you're going to see some of the greatest stars in pro wrestling, including Mr. USA Bob Sweetan. You'll see Mr. Olympia in action, the sensational Batten Twins, plus a host of your favorite stars, including the United States heavyweight wrestling champion Bob Holly. Gino, all in all, it looks like the next 60 minutes, a tremendous action-packed hour. Fans, you make your opportunity and your plans to stay with us all throughout it. With us out here at the desk, the United States heavyweight champion Bob Holly, and along with him, Big Bubba.
I got a few things I want to say first, okay? Now, I'm sick and tired, Olympia, of you jumping me from behind. Now you got a punk kid, Davey Haskins, jumping me from behind, too. Well, I'm getting tired of being jumped from behind. So I got me a bodyguard. And this man's going to watch my back every step I take. And that's for you, Olympia. Try and get past my big man here. And if anybody wants a piece of Bob Holly, you're going to have to get by this man first, because nobody can beat the United States heavyweight champion of WOW. I'm the best there is. I'm the best looking there is. And I've got the best professional record of any professional wrestler there is. And I got the biggest man in professional wrestling, one of the strongest men here to back me up. And I'm going to start off right now by showing all you people what Bob Sweetan's not made out of.
Fans are listening to the music of Mr. USA, Bob Sweetan, while Big Bubba, apparently the hitman for the U.S. heavyweight champion, Bob Holly, stands with us. Fans, this is one big wrestler.
Rick, I don't think Bob Holly needs a bodyguard. He's a very capable wrestler. And why he's got a bodyguard, I don't know. I think we need to just keep an eye on this big man in his corner.
Fans, your first match is one fall, a 10-minute time limit. Your referee is Carl Roach. There you see Bob Sweetan, Mr. USA, handed that American flag to the ring attendant as the U.S. champion Bob Holly puts that beautiful championship belt in a safe corner. And I notice, Gino, non-title match here today on TV.
Well, Bob Holly wouldn't sign for a title match against Bob Sweetan. Bob Sweetan is a very capable wrestler. And I think Bob Holly knows that.
Holly complaining to referee Carl Roach that Sweetan's in his hair. I couldn't see it from where we were from, Gino, but I can't help but notice that 320-pound monster standing there by the ring apron.
Monster is right. He's a big guy.
Sweetan connects on Holly, and the U.S. champion heads for the safety of the ring ropes.
I would be willing to bet that Bob Sweetan is hoping that big man does come in there just to put a couple knots on his head, though.
But Gino, I've had the opportunity to be around Bob Sweetan in many different parts of the country. And let me tell you one thing. When Mr. USA slaps that pile driver on you, I don't care whether you're 220 or 420, nobody gets up from the pile driver.
I have never seen anyone get up from his pile driver. If he has the opportunity to use it here on Bob Holly today, he probably will use it.
Of course, you know, fans at home, for the U.S. heavyweight champion to be even in a non-title match on TV, if Bob Sweetan could pull off a win here on TV, good shoulder tackle from Mr. USA. Then the powers that be in the World Organization of Wrestling, that would virtually guarantee Sweetan a U.S. title match.
You're absolutely right, Rick. And I'll tell you what, anyone that can beat anyone with any kind of a title, it moves them up to the top of the ranks where they can demand and get a title match with that person.
U.S. heavyweight champion Bob Holly on the floor of the television arena here, nursing that very tender back courtesy of a Bob Sweetan hip lock. I'd like to take an opportunity to say hello to some of our family of stations, including our great friends in WMBB TV 13 in Panama City. Beautiful beaches in Panama City. Looking forward to seeing the fans there.
Absolutely. And of course, WMBB 13 does cover quite an area, and all the people up around the Dothan area, especially all of them up there also.
Sweetan fired an arm in the midsection. The U.S. champion Bob Holly, and I noticed Gino all the time standing in the corner. He's out of camera range right now. But fans, you got to realize there's a 320-pound man by the name of Big Bubba, who apparently is a hit man for the United States champion.
Well, Rick, he's standing there. He's minding his own business right now. He's got his arms crossed and just watching the match intensely. Now, I don't know. I just don't like the idea of anyone being outside, whether it be a manager, a bodyguard, or what you have. But as long as he's standing there and out of range and not interfering with the match, the referee can do his job in the ring. But it always takes away from that wrestler in the ring who has the opponent in there that has someone outside.
Bob Holly driving Mr. USA's head hard into that top turnbuckle. And one thing you've got to say for the U.S. champion, Gino, once he gets rolling in a match, this man's hard to stop.
Definitely so. He's a good wrestler. He knows his wrestling. He knows his wrestling. He's young, but he knows his wrestling.
Referee floats over for a count of 2 after that Bob Holly suplex. Take a lot more than that to hold Bob Sweetan down to the canvas.
Definitely so, Rick. What really surprises me is how Bob Holly can go to the tactics that he does use. We know here at World Organization Wrestling that he can wrestle. He started out wrestling here scientifically.
Man, did you see that
Bob Holly
clothesline?
is down now. But Bob Holly likes to go to the rough way of wrestling, and it goes.
Hang on, Gino. He's got him set. He's got him set for the pile driver. Big Bubba's starting to come in the ring. Bob Holly's there with a cheap shot from behind. Bubba's got Sweethand. Nobody's home.
I was afraid that was going to happen.
Fans, the referee declares Bob Sweetan your winner for the match. We've got some locations where you can see your favorite stars from the World Organization of Wrestling coming up. You stay with us here this hour on Wrestling.
World Organization Wrestling takes to the road again to bring you the very best in professional wrestling. Saturday, January 16th, it'll be a battle in Lucedale, Mississippi at the George County Gym. January 9th, it's going to break loose in Biola Battery at the Community Center. Friday, January 8th, we'll be in Clarksdale, Mississippi at the Civic Center. Thursday, January 7th, it's Greenville, Mississippi at the Washington County Civic Center. Then the new year starts off right in Marietta, Florida at the National Guard Armory. Monday, December 28th, the action will be red hot in Crestview, Florida at the National Guard Armory. Tuesday, December 22nd in Mobile in the Joseph M. Hochlander building, it's
Thunderdome 87.
Thunderdome 87. 9 men enter the cage and only 1 man leaves. In Foley, Alabama, December 21st, they'll be rocking at the National Guard Armory. And this Sunday, there's a full card at the Pensacola Armory. Don't miss WOW action. Revere's, long recognized as Mobile's foremost dining tradition, featuring your favorites Monday through Friday at special rates. Mondays, enjoy Revere's delicious shrimp dinner for only $7.95. Their mouth-watering choice prime rib is only $8.95. Monday through Friday, savor the Revere's tradition with their luncheon buffet for only $4.95, or just relax in Revere's cozy lounge. Remember, you can book your Christmas parties at Revere's or have them catered. Return to a Mobile tradition. Visit Revere's today.
Introducing Minivac, the amazing miniature cleaning system designed to take on hundreds of chores no ordinary tools can handle. Minivac cleans away dust from camera lenses, computer keyboards, figurines, or stereo equipment. Minivac's powerful motor vacuums away dust and dirt. It comes with 2 wand attachments, 2 ultra-soft brush nozzles, and a reusable vacuum bag. Keep one in the car for cleaning along the dash, steering column, stereo, ashtrays, and seats. Minivac is perfect for removing dust and debris from pictures, models, and those impossible-to-reach crevices. In this special television offer, you get Minivac with all 5 attachments, plus convenient storage case for only $19.95. Here's how to order.
Credit card and COD customers call toll-free 1-800-453-7100 or save COD fees by sending $19.95 plus $3 shipping and handling to Minivac, P.O. Box 3170-P, Ogden, Utah, or call 1-800-453-7100.
Hi, I'm Don.
I'm Phil. I'm Jimmy.
And I'm Harold, and we're the Claus brothers.
No, we're not. We're the Statler brothers, but we sure feel like Santa Claus because we've got a huge Christmas present for everybody, and it's called the Statler Brothers Christmas Present.
That's a catchy title.
Yes, it is, and it's loaded with goodies like Merle Haggard,
Roger Miller. And Carol Lawrence.
and Gene Autry in a rare TV appearance. So join us for a Christmas celebration full of music and memories. The Statler Brothers Christmas Present right here on this station.
Merry Christmas.
Saturday at 10 p.m. on WPMI.
Our next great match here this hour on the World Organization of Wrestling. Mr. Olympia inside the squared circle. He's set to take on Ron Starr. Gino, this promises to be an action-packed bout.
Absolutely. I think from start to finish, this is going to be exciting, and I don't think the people at home want to go to that refrigerator just yet. This is going to be one exciting match.
Of course, fans, later this hour, you're going to see the sensational Batten Twins take on the fabulous Fargos. That's our TV main event. We've got some standby matches standing by just in case that match doesn't go the duration of the hour. But what a tag team main event today for TV. Ron Starr getting set. Both men are very, very cautious as they tie up with each other.
I'll tell you, here at World Organization Wrestling, we try to give the very best in professional wrestling, even on TV. Every match is a contest. It's something that people can watch. And I'll tell you, I sit here myself, along here with you, I know, and watch this match and wonder who's going to come out on top.
Now, Gino, you know, you and I sit here and we watch on television the same way the fans do at home. But I know from experience, as you know as well, the best way to see pro wrestling is live in the matches.
Well, I tell you what, the adrenaline goes through you like no other sport that you might attend. If you see wrestling coming to your town, get out and see it in person, because there's nothing like it is on TV. You can really get involved in it.
Fans, later this hour, of course, we'll be having locations and exact times where you can see your favorite fans from the World Organization of Wrestling live and in person in your hometown. Starr kips up, but Mr. Olympia hangs on to that long armbar. You know, Gino, a lot of people put Ron Starr down because he, frankly, has got quite a vicious ring style, but let's not forget the fact that this man is a tremendous wrestler.
He's a tremendous athlete, and he knows his wrestling, too, and I think if you watch this man in motion, it's like poetry in motion in that ring.
Olympia being warned off by the referee. And, of course, Olympia's got that fiery temper. It doesn't take too much to set this guy off.
Well, I tell you what, Olympia is a wrestler that knows his wrestling also. That's why I'm so enthused in watching this match.
Side headlock from Mr. Olympia. Starr tries to head him for the ropes. Too much upper body strength from Mr. Olympia.
I'll tell you what, Olympia is no slouch. Whenever he gets on something, he stays with it. I'll venture to say he'll probably stay with Starr's head right now to wear him down.
Mr. Olympia again now being questioned by referee Carl Roach. Ron Starr apparently has complained that Olympia is hanging onto the hair for extra leverage to keep that side headlock. Of course, the referee, good call by Carl Roach. Olympia up and over his man. Starr comes up with a leapfrog. Olympia blocks the hip toss. Tremendous chain wrestling.
Beautiful move by Olympia.
And again, Starr complaining about the hair to the referee to no avail, though he's got his eye on the action in the ring, Gino. He knows what's going on.
Rick, I'm watching from here. Of course, from our vantage point here, we can't really tell whether he did or not.
That's
I wouldn't
true.
put it past him, but again, we can't say he did or didn't.
That's true. That's up, of course, strictly to the third man in the ring, and a tougher job. Well, frankly, nobody's got one in pro wrestling.
Rick Stewart, a referee's job is hard in any sport. Like I've said many times before, I don't care if it's football, basketball, baseball. A referee's decision is a lot of times questioned by the spectator who is watching. But it's a hard job. It's a job that I wouldn't want.
No, I certainly wouldn't want to be in his shoes. Ron Starr now driving the side of his knee into the forehead of Mr. Olympia. But you can hear the fans here at ringside pick up the chant, "Go, Olympia, go." This guy, a fan favorite from the word go, but Starr wants a piece of him bad.
Starr staying right with him, trying for the cover. He didn't make it, but he's staying right on top of Olympia.
Ron Starr squeezing down with that rear chin lock, and of course, fans, this is the kind of action you can expect to see in the arenas every time you see the banner of the World Organization of Wrestling. I'd like to take an opportunity to say hello to our fans in and around Pensacola, Mobile on WPMI TV 15. Been a long time since I've had an opportunity to be home and see some of my friends and the great wrestling fans. You'll be seeing some of your favorite stars live and in person. More about that later this hour. Test of strength going on right now, Gino.
Starr come out on the top of it again. I don't know if there was something done that wasn't supposed to have been done. The people are saying that it was. I don't know. The referee has definitely got a problem in that ring right now as far as seeing what is and what isn't. These two wrestlers are well experienced, and if they're going to hide anything, they're experienced enough to hide.
Oh. Coming out of that top wrist lock, Ron Starr headed Mr. Olympia face first for the turnbuckle. Bringing his man out of the corner with a flying mare, and Ron Starr looks like he could be circling for the kill, Gino.
He's definitely moving in. He feels like he's got the upper hand and trying for the cover.
Only a count of 2 of Olympia. Olympia manages to get those shoulders up off the mat. Ron Starr, a human dynamo in the ring, just keeps right on his man.
I'll tell you what, both these veteran wrestlers are in there. They're pacing each other. They're trying to elude each other in what their moves are to be next. And it's turning out to be a real contest of the match.
Hang on, Olympia reversing Starr into the turnbuckle. Came charging into an empty corner post. And you know, Gino, often all times it takes is just that one fatal mistake, and that could spell the difference between a win and a loss.
Absolutely, and it only takes one split second to make that mistake.
Starr coming down hard on the upper chest of Olympia. Gets a good start and drives the ball of the knee right across the head of Olympia. Count of 2, just barely got up off that one.
I'd like to let the wrestling fans know that even a win or a loss on TV does count against or for a wrestler on TV, so they don't want to lose a match, even on TV.
Ron Starr in with a chicken wing suplex, a sloppy cover, Gino. He thought he had him right there.
Ron Starr's complaining he thinks the referee could count a little bit faster.
Now, I've had the opportunity to be around Mr. Olympia many, many times. I'm proud to count him as a personal friend of mine. The one thing I've noticed about him, Gino, is he can take a beat and keep on rolling. Sunset flip cut off by Ron Starr.
That's the knowledge of having the experience of being in the ring and knowing your wrestling and knowing what moves. You're always thinking 2 or 3 moves ahead of a man. If you get a man down, he gets out. What are you going to do if he does counter?
Ron Starr, the master of a suplex, goes into a gut-wrench salto on Olympia, but again, he just barely gets that shoulder up.
I'll tell you what, that was awful close.
Ron Starr, now he's got to be feeling frustrated inside himself. He's tried almost everything he knows. Olympia ducks the elbow, cross body block. Not quite enough to put this Ron Starr away.
I'll tell you what, you've got to know that you've got your opponent beat or hurt down bad before you try for a cover. Both these wrestlers are feeling that right now. They both feel that the other is feeling the wear and tear of what's happening in the ring, and they're both trying hard to make that pin.
Olympia ran full steam into the back of the elbow of Ron Starr. Starr got a 2 count out of it. And, Gino, I can't help but be impressed by Ron Starr. He's really digging into his arsenal. And you got to give the man credit. Basically scientific moves. He's rough and tough, but it's been basically scientific, at least in this match.
You're absolutely right. Of course, both men are capable of the same things. I've seen both men open up. They can wrestle either way.
Believe it.
And what happens in a match, it all depends on the fans in the arenas who are cheering them or not cheering for them, the way they wrestle. And right now, I think Olympia's got the majority of the people on his side.
Count of 2. Starr got caught with that backdrop coming out of the corner. Again, Olympia winds his man into the ropes. There's the sleeper of Mr. Olympia. Olympia clamping down on the carotid artery.
This could be it right here. This could do it right here.
Fans, darkness could be descending on Ron Starr. We want to caution you youngsters at home against trying this with your friends in the backyard. Very, very dangerous hole. Please leave it to the pros. Ron Starr, in a desperation move, Gino, he found his way to the ropes. Probably the only way out of a Mr. Olympia sleeper.
I feel like he may be hitting or, I don't know, he's making his little move on Olympia.
Ron Starr reversed now into the ropes. Olympia's there again, and again he gets behind his man with the sleeper hold. Referee checking. Apparently Olympia didn't have it just quite like he wanted it. Ron Starr was able to keep his sensors about him, and now takes the offensive back. Olympia's there with a boot, and Starr's back on the canvas.
Rick, it's a hard-fought match. Both wrestlers wanting this match real bad.
Olympia going for the backslide on Ron Starr. Count of 2. I thought he was just a half a second away from coming up with a win today on TV. Olympia coming in now with a small package. Count of 1, count of 2, and again Ron Starr manages to get his shoulders up off the mat. Hang on, fans. We've had the bell sound in the back of the arena. I believe the time limit has expired on this match. It'll go down as a time limit draw. And fans, when we come back, you'll be hearing from some of your favorite stars when the World Organization of Wrestling continues right after this brief timeout.
World Organization Wrestling takes to the mat December 22nd at the Greater Gulf States Fairgrounds. It's
Thunderdome 87.
9 men enter the cage, only 1 leaves. Baxter, Holly, Olympia, Big Bubba, and Fort Chop Cash will all be there. Plus, see the Fargos take on the Batten Twins and 4 other big matches. That's
Thunderdome 87.
And then on Sunday, December 20th at the Pensacola Armory, there'll be a full card including Coquina against Big Bubba in a lumberjack match, and Bob Holly puts up his belt against Davey Haskins. Don't miss WOW excitement.
Fans, don't forget your favorite wrestlers on hand Monday night, December the 21st, Foley, Alabama, the National Guard Armory. But right now, let's talk to U.S. heavyweight champion Bob Holly about Mobile, Alabama, and the most dangerous match in wrestling, the Thunderdome.
That's right, the Thunderdome. It's going to be one of the biggest wrestling matches that night. And let me tell you something. I'm going to come into Thunderdome prepared, because Mr. Olympia, I'm not afraid of you. I'll come in, I'll bring anything I want, and I'm going to come out the winner. I'm going to tear that hood off your head, and we're going to find out just how ugly your face is. And this man, Big Bubba, he's going to be watching my back from now on. And in Pensacola, I have a title match with Davey Haskins. Mr. Haskins, sure, you're a good kid. You're a good wrestler. I'll give you that much credit, but that's all you're going to get. But you're not good enough to hold this title. Because I'll tell you what, last Sunday you beat me, sure. You beat me, but that was a fluke. The only reason you beat me is because Olympia stuck his nose where it didn't belong. And that's why I have this man right here, Big Bubba, to take care of you, Olympia.
You Mobile fans, don't forget anything goes in the Thunderdome. Street clothes, motorcycle helmets, then leather straps, wrestlers around the ring, Canadian lumberjack with Big Bubba and Coquina.
Well, I made a lot of mistakes in my past. I've underestimated opponents. Well, let me tell you something, Coquina. I'm not underestimating you this time. Because, brother, I'm not about to have some geek outside the ring here beat me to death with some leather strap. Brother, you're big, you're strong, and you're tough. But I'm bigger, meaner, stronger, and tougher, and you're going down.
Don't forget, fans, strap match, Pensacola. Fans, we're getting set for today's television main event. It'll be 1 fall, 30 minutes. TV time remaining. Get ready. Here come the new United States Tag Team Champions. They won it in Greenville, Mississippi. Get ready. Here come Brad and Bart, the sensational Batten Twins. The Twins moving their way around ringside, shaking hands with their many fans. And I tell you, when Ozzy cranks out, the tag team champs get ready to go.
I'll tell you what, these wrestling fans love the Batten Twins.
Their opponents today, the fabulous Fargos. Of course, gentlemen Timbs and Pat Crash Rose. Rose and Timbs start off this match even before the Battens get a chance to get their jackets off. Reversed into the corner. There goes that Fargo strut made famous by the man in the corner of your screen, the legendary Don Fargo. Double backdrop on the fabulous Fargos, and the Twins are on a roll today.
The Batten Twins are definitely fired up. The Fargos, they want a chance at this title. They know that if they beat these Batten boys here today, that puts them on the top runner of that ladder for that tag team title.
Don Fargo beside himself, now giving a little bit of last-minute advice to his boys. Pat Crash Rolls, the fabulous Fargo, starting off this match against one of the Batten Twins. It's difficult for me to tell, but frankly, it's almost impossible, Gino, exactly which twin is which. Is it Bart or is it Brad? And of course, if we got a problem with it, you know that they're opponents inside of the ring are going to have a problem telling them apart, too.
Rick, I can't tell them apart. The opponents are having a problem telling them apart. They may have one of the Battens in there. They feel he's wore down. He tags out. If they miss that tag, they feel like they still have the wore down Batten in there, and they could be wrong.
Big hip lock, arm drag combination sends one of the fabulous Fargos headed for the corner. And if they thought that they were in an easy situation, they're certainly in for a surprise against a very, very fired-up Batten team. Good friend Eddie Barlow, the referee for this match, and you can see Don Fargo getting rid of that ring jacket. Just as we said earlier in this hour with Big Bubba, Don Fargo's definitely a very potent threat in the ring. I've had the opportunity to see him in action before. He's one of the most dangerous guys going.
He definitely is.
Nobody home. Timbs Timbs comes crashing down with a knee lift. Batten funnels it right up. Getting a hold of that left leg of Gentleman Ken Timbs. The tag between the twins, and watch this. One brother holds, one brother comes off the top, and we've got a pained Fargo in the ring.
The Battens are definitely letting the Fargos know why they are the tag team champions, and the Fargos are in there trying to show that they don't deserve the tag team championship. I'll tell you what, it's going to be a good one. It's just getting started, and I know there's going to be action galore.
Batten's a little legal double teaming. And a little message for Pat Crash himself, and immediately go right back to the left leg of the fabulous Fargo. And something that I've noticed that, to me, the better teams in professional wrestling always seem to concentrate, Gino, on one body part. They pick an arm, they pick a leg, they take the head maybe, and work on that part until, like exactly what's happening to Gentleman Van Dam's right now, that body part's next to useless.
That's right. You break a body part down, it's like a table. You get a table with 4 legs on it, you damage that one leg, it's going to weeble and wobble. You take another leg out from under it, it's going to topple. The same thing with wrestling. Break a man down, get him to hurting where he can't walk or can't use an arm, and you definitely have the advantage.
Batten set again for that leg range on the fabulous Fargo. And, of course, with so many top teams in the area right now, Gino, you've got Diamond and Tanaka, you've got the fabulous Fargos, the Batten Twins. The tag team situation here is red hot right now.
Absolutely, and more than ever, more wrestlers have come forward that have a tag team and saying, we want the Battens. Of course, the Battens are the one everyone's gunning for, and the reason why they have the tag team titles. And everybody knows the money and the prestige that goes along with the WOW tag team title.
Batten hanging onto that leg, getting a good vantage point off the second rope to take that leg in a way that God didn't intend it to go. The tag now to the other half of the fabulous Fargos as Pat Crash starts to take over a bit on a tag team champion.
Yes, and his partner limps to the corner trying to recover on that leg. Don Fargo working on that leg. I don't think it's on camera, but Don Fargo is massaging that leg, trying to get the blood circulation back in there so he can get back in there if Pat Rose makes the tag to him.
In the meantime, Pat Rose has got problems of his own as one of the Batten twins continues to twist that leg up like a pretzel. Hang on, hang on. Timbs trying to make his way back in the ring. Good call from referee Danny Barlow. Fans, we're going to have to take a commercial break right now. The tape machines are going to be rolling. If there's a pinfall or a submission while we're away, we'll be sure to show it to you on instant replay. Otherwise, this match will continue when we come back right after this.
Due to the growing cooperative spirit among the county, city, and Chamber of Commerce, Mobile is on the verge of opening its first true industrial park. When ready, the park will house distribution centers, warehouses, and other collection facilities. The industrial park is just another example of the cooperative spirit among county, city, and Chamber of Commerce, and it's just one more example of our new spirit of cooperation to make things happen in Mobile. For the Mobile Area Chamber of Commerce, I'm County Commissioner Jim Mason.
Tim Conway's plugged in, warmed up, and ready to play, sort of, in his new comedy video, Dorf on Golf. As Dirk Dorf, athlete extraordinaire, Conway shows his form.
I think I blew a tube on this.
And shows you how his caddy, Leonard, improves his game. Dorf shows you how to hit out of the rough and over and under a sand trap. He shows you how to warm up,
And the four, and we're ready to go.
how to lose your cool.
Take a coin. Take a dime. Take a penny. Put it behind the ball. Pick up the
Through
ball.
this special TV offer, you also get free Tim's book, You Slept Where Last Night? So get Dorf, because golf's too important to be taken seriously.
To order your Dorf video, have your credit card ready and call 1-800-225-3030 or send $29.95 plus $3 shipping to Dorf on Golf, P.O. Box 614, Mobile, Alabama, or call 1-800-225-3030. Don't miss out on this fabulous video. Call now, 1-800-225-3030.
Fans, while we're away, this match continued a tremendous pace in this match. Gino, the Batten Twins won and lost and won again the advantage while we were away in commercial.
I'll tell you what, it's been back and forth, and again, I don't know how these guys are keeping it up. They've got to be in tip-top condition to go the way they've been going.
Just a mark of the great talent that's flooding in here to the World Organization Wrestling. Hang on, and Timbs thought he had an easy thing coming. He was sadly mistaken as Batten came up with a beautiful drop toe hold, floating up into a letter X leg lock to continue to put the pressure on the legs of the fabulous Fargos.
I'll tell you what, that's good psychology in wrestling. They stay with the legs, going back to that leg every chance they get.
Wait a minute. While the referee was distracted, Rose opened those reps up. Batten fell through backwards onto the back of his head, and now Pat Trash starts to put the boots to one half of the Batten Twins.
I don't know if the cameraman picked it up as he came through that rope. I'll tell you what, that boy is hurt. He is hurt, definitely hurt.
Gino, I could hear the splat when his body hit the cement floor all the way over here, and certainly the Fargos took advantage of that situation, as they are apt to do, and beat on the man behind the referee's back on the floor.
Well, this could turn the tide right here. He needs to get over there and tag his brother. If he can make that tag, it'll be both of the benefit. If he doesn't, this may be the downfall right here.
Double leg scoop going for the Boston Crab. Rose wouldn't quite get his body like he wanted it, but still, he's got enough of that crab in there to cause some hurting on one of the Battens.
Well, I'll tell you what, the way the Battens have been working on their legs, there's no wonder he couldn't hold on to it. Time will tell.
Hang on. Hang on. While the referee's back was distracted, we had a switch go on between the fabulous Fargos. The fans are incensed about it. Danny Barlow was busy attending to other important ring business and missed that one.
Rick, I didn't notice it myself. I don't know if they tagged or not. Do you?
Let's put it this way, Gino. From where we're sitting, I didn't see one. Hang on. Body press. Count of one. Count of two. Broken up by the other half of the fabulous Fargos.
Rick, this is a hard-fought match. Both teams just going just as hard as they can.
Of course, the prestige, as we spoke of earlier, with the U.S. champion Bob Holly in the ring, the prestige of the tag team champions in a match on TV would automatically, a win, even a time limit draw, would propel the fabulous Fargos to the #1 contendership, of course, now held by Paul Dominant Pat Tanaka.
Exactly right.
Hang on, fans. Pat Trash coming in for a landing right on top of the Batten. Gino, this could be all she wrote. Count of one, count it, broken up by the Twins before the count of two. Rose going right into a variation of the Russian sickle as his partner comes in to do a little dirty work. And I don't know what Don Fargo's been telling these guys in the dressing room, Gino, but he's certainly got the fabulous Fargos on their peak tonight.
Well, he's had them fired up to win the title. They didn't win the title. Now he's got them fired up to go ahead and try and get that title away from the Battens.
Batten trying to work his way back up. Of course, all that pressure on his back. Finally found his way out of the hole. The tag is made between the Fargos. Batten was calling for that corner for all he's worth, Gino. Just from my position out here, I feel that Batten desperately needs to make a tag.
He definitely does. He needs to get over to his brother.
You can see Don Fargo cheering his boys on as they continue to put a beating on the sensational Batten Twins. Apparently, one of the brothers can't take this much longer. The referee, Danny Barlow, going ahead, trying to put Batten back in his legal posture. Oh, that's borderline.
Devastating move.
That reverse atomic drop, there's been a lot of question as to the exact legality of that. Again, a very, very technical situation, but it certainly did one thing. It stopped Batten right in his tracks.
It sure did. He needs to get to that corner in the worst way.
Pat Trash, now an open rake of the eyes on one half of the Batten Twins. Again, the legal tag between the Fabulous Fargos, and you know, Gino, they got a count of 5 before they've got to be completely out of the ring, and that 5 seconds of double teaming, you can do a lot of damage in a short amount of time.
A lot of damage in a very short period of time.
Double clothesline by the Fabulous Fargos, lateral press. Count of 2 somehow from somewhere. Batten got it from in himself to get those shoulders off the canvas.
Well, you can tell the Fabulous Fargos want this win. They want it bad.
Rose now in a ride position on Batten, bringing all that weight down on that injured back and keeping the pressure on Batten while getting an opportunity to formulate some kind of strategy to try to put the sensational Batten Twins down for the 1, 2, 3. Rose coming up from behind, a belly-to-back suplex that drove his shoulders right into the mat. Again, the legal tag, and I kind of thought he'd go for the cover there. Jim and Tam Tams driving a fist into the forehead again for the cover. Only a count of 2 on Batten. Batten's got to find something within himself, the fire and determination to make the corner. He's on the crawl right now. I don't know if he can make it or not.
This Batten has got to be in terrific shape. The only thing is he's got to get to that corner to bring his brother in.
The Fargos have cut the ring in half. The brother can't stand it anymore. Giving the Fargos an extra opportunity. No, man. Right over the top rope onto the floor. Gino, that's a good 8, 9 feet straight down on hard concrete.
Especially on a man's back that's already hurting.
Batten on the floor trying to get back in the ring. Hang on, fans. The Fargos have got a chair. They've just blasted it into the small of the back of Batten. You can see Don Fargo down there directing traffic as his boys commit more mayhem.
I'll tell you, Rick, I don't think he's going anywhere now. I think he's done. I don't think he can get over to his brother to make that tag. This match is already in the books as a loss for the Batten.
I don't know, Gino. I've been with the Batten Twins in several different places all around the country, and if there's one thing they've got, it's the heart and desire to pick themselves up off the mat and come back to try to defeat their opponents. He's got the tag.
Both teams have made the tag. Both teams a legal tag.
Batten, the house of fire, slam on one of the Fargos, another body slam, and hang on, fans, it's a meeting of the minds.
Now is the time for revenge, and the Batten knows it.
Batten obviously incensed about some of the illegal tactics thrown on his brother earlier this match. Heads Fargo for the rope, scoops in from behind with an abdominal stretch. He's pouring on the pressure, hang on.
Fargo's trying to make that entry into the ring.
John Fargo up there on the ring apron. Now Batten battling with his brother, all 4 men in the ring at once, and we've got a wild one going on now.
And the question is, can the referee handle it? He's the best referee with WOW, Danny Barlow. How he handles it, we'll know. Oh, short time.
Fans, Batten came down hard on that steel chair outside of the ring. Now his brother left all alone to the tender mercies of the Fabulous Fargos. They're taking advantage of this double elbow as Batten comes off the ropes. Now both Battens back inside the squared circle. Pat Crash Rose sets his man for a vertical suplex. Batten turning gentleman Tam Tams around in the corner. Complete. This match is out of control, Gino.
I'll tell you what, you got to give the Battens a lot of good here. They've been on the downside all the way through this match. They're still fighting back. It's not over yet. Which way it's going to go, who knows?
Hang on, fans. Pat Crash Rose just reversed the Batten twin into the referee. Referee Danny Barlow is down, and he's hurt something fierce. Meanwhile, this match continues. Another referee has come back from the dressing room. Let's see if we can get some kind of decision here, Gino. This match has not stopped. The bell sounded from the back of the arena. We've got 2 referees trying to put a stop to the action.
Rick Stewart, they're still going at each other. They don't want to stop. They want to keep going.
To see if we can get some kind of indication here from the referees exactly what the official verdict will be. In the meantime, the Fargos and the Batten Twins still want a piece of each other. Fans, I believe this will go down to the books as a double disqualification. Referee Danny Barlow rules a double disqualification. More great action to come on World Organization Wrestling. You stay with us. We'll be back in just 1 minute.
World Organization Wrestling takes to the mat December 22nd at the Greater Gulf States Fairgrounds. It's
Thunderdome 87.
9 men enter the cage, only 1 leaves. Baxter, Holly, Olympia, Big Bubba, and Pork Chop Cash will all be there. Plus, see the Fargos take on the Batten Twins and 4 other big matches. That's
Thunderdome 87.
And then on Sunday, December 20th at the Pensacola Armory, there'll be a full card including Coquina against Big Bubba in a lumberjack match, and Bob Holly puts up his belt against Davey Haskins. Don't miss WOW excitement.
Fans, don't forget Monday night, December the 21st, all of your favorite wrestlers on hand. Foley, Alabama, the National Guard Armory at 8 o'clock, a big night of wrestling in Foley. But Thunderdome coming to Mobile, and in Pensacola, if Bob Sweetan beats Fargo Timbs, he gets 10 minutes with Don Fargo.
I don't know what his problem is, man. I never even touched this guy, this big elephant. He handcuffs himself to me. He complains. I never brought this man before. Sweethand, there ain't no way you're going to get 10 minutes with me because you ain't getting through the fabulous Fargo. And if you want a match, why don't you just come and take me on, boy? What do you got to try to beat you for? You ain't going to do it. And I know the Fargo's got a few words they want to say about this situation.
Timbs, you've got Sweethand.
Hey, Sweethand, I'm going to break your leg. You'll never make it to Thunderdome in Mobile. And you'll never get your hands on this man. Tell him, brother.
Thunderdome in Mobile.
Thunderdome, you can wear anything you want. I'm going to take this chain right here, boys. You boys better get ready. I'm going to take it, and I'm going to wrap it around my fist, and I'm going to nail anybody that gets in my way.
Fans in Mobile, Alabama, you'll get the opportunity to see Pat Diamond, Paul Tanaka, Thunderdome. Anything goes inside the steel cage, Pat Tanaka.
Let me tell you something. When you address us, you address us bad company, and that's all you say.
Fine.
All right?
Fine. Anything goes,
that tournament that we're having, you know who's going to be the winners, and you know who's going to party on that money. Me and my brother right here, baby. There you go.
Sunday night in Pensacola, gentlemen, you guys got to face the Batten Twins. Will be at ringside for that one. Fans, we're getting set for one of our standby matches here this hour on All-Star Wrestling. Big Bubba's in the ring, and here it comes. You get ready, fans. You're fixing to see one of the most exciting stars in pro wrestling. Here comes Rick McCord. Gino, a tremendously popular young star. The fans really take a shine to this Rick McCord. But he's facing the hitman, the U.S. champion, Bob Holly. He's big and dangerous, and frankly, I think he's one of the biggest and meanest men in pro wrestling.
Over 400 pounds, and anytime you get weight like that, it's hard to handle. This man has an amateur background. He knows his wrestling, too. Rick McCord has got his back cut out for him.
Rick McCord giving the young ladies in the audience a little bit of a thrill there. Now down to some serious business. McCord dunking under the attempted tie-up from Big Bubba. And I got a feel, Gino, that this could be a classic case of a big man against a very skilled little man. But let's not forget that when we say little in reference to Rick McCord, we're talking about a guy that clocks in at 230 pounds. But against a 400-pounder like Big Bubba, I guess the key for Rick McCord has to be keep out of Big Bubba's reach.
The speed and agility is where it comes in right now. He's got to outsmart the big man.
McCord bouncing off Big Bubba, and I'll tell you what, Gino, when he went into Big Bubba, even at 225 pounds, Bubba didn't even register. It was like nobody hit him or nothing hit him.
It's like hitting a brick wall when you hit a man that size.
Hang on, Bubba goes into the corner, finds nobody at home, and McCord is all over his man. McCord up with a flying drop kick. He's got him rocked back on his heels. Again, another drop kick finds his mark. A third time. This time, Big Bubba was ready.
He was ready for him and just pushed his legs aside.
Bubba throwing McCord down hard on the cement floor here at the TV arena. Big Bubba going right after his man, throttling Rick McCord. He's got him high up in the air. Hang on. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute, fans. From the back comes a monster of a man. Coquina's hit the ring.
Giant Coquina came to the aid of us. To see that he's in trouble, came out there and went after Big Bubba.
I was talking to a couple of the wrestlers back in the dressing room before this hour started, and they told me that there's a lot of bad blood between these two. Apparently, even when they were on the same side of the fence, they didn't really care for each other. Now, face to face in the ring, we might be seeing the start of a war, Gino.
I think we definitely do. I think the wrestlers are coming out of the dressing room now. The promotion has sent them out just to break them up.
We can get some kind of order restored here, but neither one wants to quit. Coquina and Big Bubba breaking away from each other, trying desperately to get their hands on each other.
This is one match the World Organization Wrestling doesn't want to book. The two big men, Big Bubba and the giant Coquina.
You can see, fans, there's a lot of animosity between these two, a lot of intensity on behalf of both men. The fans here at ringside picking up the chant, Coquina up, Coquina up. Everybody in the dressing room is out, Gino. They're having a hard time getting them away from each other.
And Coquina's breaking away from the people who are holding him. These two fellas aren't interested in wrestling. All they want to do is get at each other and brawl. And that's what we don't want with World Organization Wrestling. We want wrestling out there.
I'll tell you one thing, fans. When these two finally meet in the arena, it's going to be a wild one. And speaking of arenas, you stay tuned. You'll find out right now the dates and locations. You can see your favorite wrestlers from the World Organization of Wrestling.
World Organization Wrestling takes to the road again to bring you the very best in professional wrestling. Saturday, January 16th, it'll be a battle in Lucedale, Mississippi at the George County Gym. January 9th, it's going to break loose in Bayou La Battery at the Community Center. Friday, January 8th, we'll be in Clarksdale, Mississippi at the Civic Center. Thursday, January 7th, it's Greenville, Mississippi at the Washington County Civic Center. Then the new year starts off right in Marietta, Florida at the National Guard Armory. Monday, December 28th, the action will be red hot in Crestview, Florida at the National Guard Armory. Tuesday, December 22nd in Mobile in the Joseph M. Hochlander Building, it's
Thunderdome 87.
Thunderdome 87. 9 men enter the cage and only 1 man leaves. In Foley, Alabama, December 21st, they'll be rocking at the National Guard Armory. And this Sunday, there's a full card at the Pensacola Armory. Don't miss WOW action.
Diamonds and gold, the most precious substances in the world. What you are about to see will simply amaze you.
Nation Wrestling takes to the mat December 22nd at the Greater Gulf States Fairgrounds. It's
Thunderdome 87.
9 men enter the cage, only 1 leaves. Baxter, Holly, Olympia, Big Bubba, and Pork Chop Cash will all be there. Plus, see the Fargos take on the Batten Twins and 4 other big matches. That's
Thunderdome 87.
And then on Sunday, December 20th at the Pensacola Armory, there'll be a full card including Coquina against Big Bubba in a lumberjack match, and Bob Holly puts up his belt against Davey Haskins. Don't miss WOW excitement.
Fans, don't forget Monday night, December the 21st, all of your favorite WOW wrestlers in Foley, Alabama. The National Guard Armory. Bell time is 8 o'clock. Make your plans to be in Foley. Now, Sunday night, Pensacola, Florida. If Bob Sweetan beats Fargo Ken Timbs, you get 10 minutes in the ring with Don.
There's no
Fargo.
if about it. As far as I'm concerned, Fargo, what you've done to me the last couple of weeks here in Pensacola, it's time you paid for it. Timbs, there's no way you're going to stop me from getting Fargo. And Holly, take a good long look at that belt, because Mobile and the Thunderdome, I've got you.
You fans in Mobile get an opportunity of a lifetime. The Batten Twins take on the fabulous Fargos.
You know, Cool Breeze, we're looking forward to coming to Mobile, Alabama, and we're also looking forward to coming to Foley, Alabama, too. Mobile's what's on our mind. You got Thunderdome in Mobile, Alabama, but what on the sensational Batten Twins' mind? I'm so excited I can't even talk.
I understand.
The fabulous Fargos. Brother, let me tell you, we've been going round and round and round and round, and I have a feeling it's going to stop right there in Mobile, Alabama. And when we get you 4 guys in the ring, or all 4 of us are in that ring, there's no telling what's going to happen, is there, Brad?
Let me ask you about this Sunday, December the 20th, Bad Company in Pensacola.
You know, that's right. As people have been seeing here on TV, that we've yet to really have a legitimate decision against Paul Diamond and Pat Tanaka. But now in Pensacola on the 20th, we got a chance finally maybe to settle the score, baby. So the Batten Twins are sitting on ready, and the Crazy Train's ready to roll in Pensacola anytime. And the Thunderdome and Mobile, be there, baby.
Fans, don't forget Foley, Alabama on the 21st. Fans, get ready. This standby match, one full TV time remaining. Our competitors are getting set.
Rick, bad company.
You can see the fans here have mixed emotions about these two young men. Definitely the #1 team behind the champions in World Organization Wrestling right now. Pat Tanaka and Paul Diamond, bad company, a tremendous international reputation, but they're standing against two fine young athletes right now, Davey Haskins and Sean Baxter. And Gino, the fans get a look at these two. They've just lost their minds.
They definitely did. They're standing up over on that far side just to reach down and shake hands or even just get a closer look at these two boys.
They're in against one of the most experienced, talented, and dynamic teams in professional wrestling. Bad Company, of course, successfully campaigned all across the United States. They're just off a very long run as a major regional tag team champion, and I know as well as you do, Gino, that they're looking for an opportunity to strap those U.S. tag team title belts around their waist and continue the dominance that they started in some other areas.
They definitely are, and they know that a loss here on TV, like I mentioned earlier, will put them way back in the standings. Of course, David Baxter and Davey Haskins, they want to win here also. They don't want to be on the bottom of that list.
Paul Diamond setting Davey Haskins up on that top turnbuckle. Haskins going for a side headlock. I've heard tremendous things about a young Sean Baxter. It's going to be a real interesting opportunity for me to see this young man in the ring. Again, Diamond heads Davey Haskins for the turnbuckle, setting him up there like he was a small child being put in the corner for being bad. Maybe that was a major mistake, Gino. Haskins leapfrogs his man, comes out with a hip lock. Another big hip lock takedown, and Bad Company's on the run.
I'll tell you what, Davey Haskins is on the move tonight. He's watching every move both these fellas are making. They both iron-ball each other.
But Gino, you know, the thing that really impresses me about World Organization Wrestling is the depth of the talent that's here in this area right now. You've got great established stars like Mr. USA, Bob Sweetan, Mr. Olympia, Ron Starr, the Batten Twins, and then the up-and-coming stars of the sport like young Sean Baxter and Davey Haskins. But that inexperience, and when I say up-and-coming, by that I mean relatively inexperienced, that side of them is starting to show now against Bad Company as they use that effective two-man teamwork to trip them up.
You're definitely right. In that 5 seconds that they have to get out of the ring on the double teaming, you're absolutely right. It can be devastating.
Bad Company has perfected it to a science. As Diamond held his man, Tanaka came down with an elbow across the side of the throat. And Pat Tanaka starting to open up on Davey Haskins, catches his man, a tremendous flying clothesline. He put all of that 230-odd pounds behind him.
And it took Haskins right off his feet.
Ooh, man.
What a vicious chop.
I heard that one all the way over here, Gino. The tag to Paul Diamond and Bad Company starting to show how they got their reputation. But you got to give this Davey Haskins a lot of credit, Gino. He hasn't quit fighting one time, no matter what they've done to him.
He hasn't slowed down. He stays on the move even whenever he's down on the mat. As you see there, he's looking for his corner to make that tag.
Diamond went over there and gave a little cheap shot to Sean Baxter. The referee's putting him out in the meantime. That gives Bad Company a chance to do a little more dirty work behind the back of the referee.
David Sean Baxter's got a bit of a temper. I venture to say, you get that tag, he's going to be all fired up before he even gets in there. And I tell you what, I'll feel sorry for Tanaka and Diamond. Both these wrestlers are great wrestlers, going as hard as they can. Sean Baxter, the only man left out of the Coastal Connections. He's had several partners. They've all been eliminated. Sean Baxter is the only remaining Coastal Connection. There is no more Coastal Connection. He is the sole Coastal Connection.
Hang on, fans. From out of nowhere, Davey Haskins comes up with a tremendous backdrop on Pat Tanaka. Haskins is crawling for that corner, trying to make the tag. He's got the tag, and here comes Sean Baxter. Tremendous flying drop kick from Baxter, and as I can see right here, everything I've heard about this young man is true. He's a ball of fire, Gino.
Rick Stewart, I told you he was getting fired up while he was standing on the outside of that ring. I knew he was going to come in there fired up.
Fans, as the minutes close down this hour on World Organization Wrestling, we're going to stay with the action as long as we can. Don't forget, 1 week from today, more tremendous action, this same time, this same channel. Paul Diamond dropping his man with the favorite maneuver of Bad Company, a lateral front face drop. They'll get a count of 3 and a big win today on World Organization Wrestling for Bad Company, Pat Tanaka and Paul Diamond. Fans, 1 week from today, you'll get an opportunity to see all of your favorite stars in action again, plus more details about where you can see your favorite stars. From ringside, for Gino Sanazero, this is Rick Stewart saying, see you next week on World Organization Wrestling.